Great news, guys. We're all gonna be rich. Probably. Strikeout bets have been very good to us lately, so good that we're going to go right back to them tonight. FanDuel has a no sweat SGP token for up to $10 back if your bet loses, and I have two different ways you can play this thing. One way will net us almost $3,000, so definitely stick around to the end of this video to see how you do that. But first, do me and you a favor and subscribe to this channel. We're dropping videos just like this one all the time, always. We're also going live almost every day to find bets using OddsJam, so it just makes sense that you're along for the ride. A word to the wise, get the notifications on too. Alright, so with these no sweat SGP tokens at FanDuel, it allows us to toss out a little banger and get our money back if it loses. Sure, it's only 10 bucks, but action's action. Everyone knows that. So like I said, there's two different ways you can play this thing. I'll start with the first way, which I never do, and you shouldn't either, but we'll talk about it anyways. I did it today, and I still don't know why I did it like this. It all starts with a great who the hell is that guy in Davis Daniels over 5.5 strikeouts. He's making his second start of the season after terrorizing minor league hitters for months. It was a hitter-friendly league, and this guy mowed people down like it was nothing. We're talking 90 Ks in just 84 innings of work. That feels like a record. He was so good that the Angels called him up and was like, hey, we need you to come up to the show and sit some guys down. That's exactly what he did in his first start. The guy went 8 innings and fanned 8 Detroit Tigers, who actually haven't been that easy to strike out over the last month. They're almost respectable. Tonight, Daniel's gonna see the Oakland A's, who are the opposite of respectable when it comes to striking out. In the last month, only one team in the entire major leagues have struck out more than they have. I think Daniels can go out and easily get 6 of these guys. Now is where we outsmart the books a little and stay in the same game and go with Joey Estes over 4.5 strikeouts. That's what makes it a same game parlay, which qualifies it to use this no sweat token. Chess, not checkers, people. The thing with Estes is we have to break a rule. I don't like going with guys who are pitching against the same team that they just pitched against their last start. It's dumb. It never works out. Except this time. Because this is the Los Angeles Angels we're talking about here. In the last week, they've struck out 49 times in just 168 at-bats. That's not good. Estes just sat 8 of them down himself in his last start. With any luck, we can get a trigger-happy ump who carries both of these guys home for us. Before I tell you about the final leg, let's talk Dub Club. My Dub Club is free for the next couple days, and what that means is you get every bet I make sent directly to you as I make it. No trying to hawk everything down on social media. You bet everything the second I bet it. Just yesterday, we got Hayden Birdsong over 4.5 strikeouts at plus 110, and by the time that game started, the line was in the minus 140s. That's called closing line value, people. Obviously, you can still watch the videos and still read the articles, but the best possible way to make sure the lines aren't stale by the time you see them is to follow along on Dub Club. Like I said, it's free for the next couple days. The link's right there in the description. So finally, we need one more leg to qualify this thing for the SGP No Sweat token, and it's Dean Kramer over 4.5 strikeouts. Using him is going to get us all the way up to plus 426 on this thing. The haters are going to say that he's coming off the IL, but as usual, the haters have no idea what they're talking about. Sure, he's coming off the IL, but he's been pitching in the minors for like 3 weeks now, so he's almost all the way stretched out. I don't think he's going to have a pitch count limitation. As you know, Dean is a former Circle of Trust guy who's desperately trying to get back in, and who knows, this start could be the one that does it for him. He's going to see the Seattle Mariners, who are known strikeout artists. Over the last week, they've fanned 50 times in just 130 at-bats. That is like a Little League team. Now, we've all seen Kramer go double-digit Ks multiple times this season, so you know he's capable of doing this. The guy is a former Circle of Trust member. I have faith, and who knows, like I said, he might get back in the Circle of Trust like this. I will say that I did mess this up, though. Remember how I said I never do it like this? It's because this is only plus 426, all right? It takes a big man to admit that he made a mistake, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to make a bunch of excuses. I was up late, we're having construction at my house, the dog was barking, so it was loud, but I'm not going to use any of those excuses. That's why I just went right back in and made this ticket. All 3 guys to go 8+. If that happens, they almost get us $3,000. That's what everyone should be using the No Sweat token on. If you want to do the watered down version as well, do that with your own cash. That way, if the watered down version hits, but the Optimus Prime version doesn't, You still get paid for the watered down version, but you get your money back for the Optimus Prime one. Again, big of me to admit that. I'll see you guys all in the live stream later at 4 p.m. today. Don't forget to subscribe and get the notifications on. I'll see you then.